one of it. At least one of it. I think for BTR it's just a no-brainer Arlott ban here. If they don't ban the Arlott, they're borderline trolling, I feel like. They're banning out the glue first, Merc.
Yeah, I think I like the glue too. The glue was banned out earlier as well with the Atlas, right?
Yeah.
The glue can be problematic. So, Geek Fam.
There was an Atlas ban.
Yeah.
Second phase as well.
I think BTR wants to match the Arlott with the Yuzhong. And I think it's a bait ban from Geek Fam, banning out the Valentina. So it will respond for a Sora ban from BTR, but I think it's a bait though. I really feel like it's a bait. Yes, and they don't take the bait. They ban out the Arlott still.
The Atlas though, right? For Geek?
You just go for Sora first, no?
Yeah, Sora works.
You ban out the Fallon.
Oh, what the heck? There you go, yeah.
And they're trying to bait out the Sora ban, but BTR didn't take the bait. Yeah, they still go for the Sora.
Oh.
Either way, Geek won.
Yeah.
Kind of win on the trade,
in that
yes.
regard.
This BTR guy, man, maybe we can ban him too. You know,
really smart, yeah, so smart.
To be banned now. I think BTR needs to be banned.
So smart. The way that they ban out the Valentina too. Oh my god.
Yeah,
yes.
that was fantastic. Either way, they're gonna get a pick that they want, right? Arlott or Sora, Bigatron. What are they gonna go for here against the Sora? There's not a lot of picks open right now.
Yuzhong?
Yuzhong against the Fredrin, yeah, that works. Up against the Sora as well, not too shabby. If they want to go neutral objective,
or Lapu.
The pick to go for. The Lapu is a very good option too. One thing's for sure though, if they go Kalea here, that's a Gacha waiting for them. So
yes,
you might have to go lead just for mid-Ryo. Oh, they take the Atlas. Okay. There's not a lot of people to target, by the way. Geek Fam can go Cho.
Or Khalid.
Or Khalid. I think I like Cho a bit more.
Cho.
Yes, I do agree that Cho looks better. But again,
dude, that is so risky.
I think Beloy has learned one thing or two from yesterday. Playing the Atlas against the Khalid, I think he learns a thing or two from Kiboy.
Can we stop him from learning? How do I stop him from learning?
Ban him.
Predictions, I think Bigatron have what it takes though to take the early game, unlike previous game.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go Bigatron this time.
And it's easier early game for Bigatron, but again, no, if they kind of choke.
Hey, it's Bigatron.
Not Bigat choke?
Not yet, not yet. We don't know.
Not yet? Okay, no. But I still go for Geek.
I guess we don't know. Okay, one for Geek Fam, one for BTR. It's all gonna come down to the execution in the early stages of the game. Is it a big Baguettetron game for game number 2, or is it gonna be another throw for the Bigat chokes? Realize, Gani, what do you guys think?
Thank you, panelists, and well, Baguettetron, Bigat choke, big. Are they even big? Well, they're big. Lower bracket finals. You know, let's see. With the unique picks and that Valentina Sora bait, Geek Fam are able to get themselves a Sora without a Valentina in the room. This is game 2 of Bigatron by Vitality against Geek Fam.
Now let's see, will Geek Fam be able to double their lead right here in this game? Or perhaps you might see a retaliation from the Red Robots equalizing in the series. Let's witness the conclusion soon. BTR early rotation top.
Come on.
Catching him on off guard. And that will be first blood for Geek Fam.
Wow, they knew that Aman had no flicker. And that was the level 1, so no BMI as well. You want to go and get that Art of Thievery going. And that was such a clean move from Geek Fam. That first blood goes to KennzyySkie.
Yeah.
He's able to get going faster. Even opts for the CDR boots. And this time around, it feels like a shift of draft, right? Yep. We saw the box in the hands of Geek Fam, now it's in the hands of Bigatron. Hold on a minute.
We want to find an equalizer. That's a clicker early one from Spin. Now claims a kill on a boy. What a great perfect match earlier. And I don't want to touch on, you know, earlier, BTR rotating top. I think you guys can also abuse the speed of Khalid in the early game again. As you can see the minimap already. Round 2, perhaps Amando. This time, he is wiser.
Yep, has BMI as well, right? And looks by you now. Pull yourself together for Moreno with the Eve. So he wants faster cycles in terms of the resources and spells, Inspire, to keep the mana going. Eve is actually very, very needy of that resource, but there was a another emblem, a talent of the boy there that would boast his tankiness because he knows he's gonna get bursted and dove upon, but there is no contest towards the neutral objective of Geek Fam. Now they want to go for something, and I think the panel pointed it out. With this Atlas, it's quite hard for you to look for a target because most of it are tanky boys and survivability is at an all-time high for Geek Fam.
Now with the perfect match here, forces Crimson Beacon to a boy, but now claims it regardless with the retribution now. BTR trying to hold on, that's Marcel displacing Niall. That's going to be Niall now off the board. Take a look at Finn, out of position, and
Marcel.
That's Kennzzy finding the double early kills here for the Geeks. Now, Nazara finds a big shot onto her Shogun, still able to disengage though.
Wow, Marcel survived with a flicker of HP over there at KennzyySkie. 3-0, this is a dream start for the Harith. But when he can get this hero online as soon as possible, you can feel the damage slowly creeping in. And again, who do you really want to go for as Finn here? Possibly a boy, possibly KennzyySkie, but both want Spirify.
Yeah.
At least you have Chase in the Yuzong, so that you can gap close to the Juicin, gap close to the Harith possibly, and then get those kills. But you're gonna time it perfectly. And so far we have seen the power of that, in which Shogun was just going in with a Black Dragon form. Who got that? I think it was still Nazara. Adam build by Dunia Games. You can see, I think it's a War Axe loading for the Yuzong. The KennzyySkie just bobbing and weaving around. So I think Atlas has to choose his target.
This is going to be the call here. 4-man rotating towards bot. That's a dive. Shogun taking a lot of crowd control. Boy secures the kill. And the 2v1 top responded with a 4v1 bot. It actually comes to fruition for the Geeks.
That is beautiful. A beautiful gank. Ganking a Yuzong, who we think is one of the better chances in terms of outplaying a gank, especially under turret. But hey, that's still a kill towards Shogun. And now they set their eyes on this neutral objective. Nazar so far back. I think Bigatron will take this unless there could be a turnaround. Finn with the perfect match to zone out things. And yeah, it's going to be Niall able to get the turtle. Now 2 items with the glowing one and the Curse helmet. Still going for the glowing one. It's going to add more anti-regen.
Oh.
And we do have a pause. Is this the first ever in the playoffs?
No. We saw a pause before.
Is it the Melissa pause or a different one?
No, it was in-game as well, I believe. And yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, we can just recap here. Geek Fam, I guess they know that we don't have to force a contest towards the neutral objective because they're ahead in gold, and they do not want to take a risk, right? An unnecessary risk. But then again, you gotta respond with compensation later on. That's what they're aiming for.
Because the turnaround potential coming in from Bigatron is actually quite solid. It is very evident as well, in which you can see, you know, they still have those resources playing behind a cycle. The Black Dragon form, the RWM, these things might win the fight for Bigatron. But Geek Fam so far are able to layer it down to perfect inches. And so far they're able to get the kills. That was neutral objective as well. And I wonder how hard this game will go as we get to the mid game, to the late game for the Atlas. Again, that's going to be the main contention because I did thought too that, you know, the Atlas will be taken by Geek Fam, considering they want that river control, considering they want that fast catch.
Yeah.
But hey, forcing 2 safe heroes to run Purify, I think that's not big of a deal. You know, the Harith can run the Purify safely. The Juicin too with the Crimson Beacon. It's super safe. So I don't think it'll be much of a problem. It becomes a problem for Bigatron if like you go in. It's almost like the Tsunami Slam. You want to go in for a 4-man deadly catch. But then that's a Sora with the Cloud form. And then you want to bring it to your team. And, you know, it's a double-edged sword now for Bigatron. But hey, look at the fans in the building. Keven is not there, but at least he can be proud of him.
Here's the thing, right? Keven yesterday, because of his calls, because of his, you know, cheers.
He is the talisman.
A lot of geeks today showed up, right? And I feel like Keven is the pioneer of a community, community here, at least in the playoffs.
He's the president of the geek community.
Practically, right? So.
Hey, let's ask Keven if he has the Geek Fam socks. I don't think he has. Mirko's wearing one though.
Not just yet, not just yet.
Not just yet.
But yeah, let's just jump into the Lanadon back here, folks. Minute 5 here.
Ooh.
Again, Geek Fam, they're holding the gold. And BTR, they're holding the newts. That's going to be an attempt to the bottom side. And Marcel, great in place. That's going to be the shifting claws. Oh my goodness, under the turret. That's an outplay from the lethal Marcel. Top lane, back action. Nazara taking Amon down. Both members of BTR, they're down.
Lethal L again. He's not stuck there with them. They are stuck there with him.
Wow.
Getting the outplay. Confidently popping the cloud form. And then just gunning, punching down. Niall. And now Shogun down bottom too.
Black Dragon for defensively used. The Shogun is able to relocate to a safer place, but it's just Geek Fam with the map control, right? Top lane already secured now. They're eyeing for bot as BTR, their movement is definitely restricted.
It's quite amusing to see Marcel when he's not on a Paquito. He can still find heroes that punch, right? He wants to keep on punching. That's gonna get Sora with a cloud form. But now Bigatron by Vitality, they need to look, I think, for an individual pick-off. I think we saw this yesterday. On the Atlas, there you go. BTR will be fine though. Only burning a flicker. And yeah, I think they can try to funnel something through an individual pick-off with the deadly, with the fatal links. That really helps the Atlas a lot in terms of just getting kills, because now they really need the gold. And so far, Geek Fam are in high tempo. They have control of almost everything. And you see Finn buying the Dominance Ice as the first item up top. Amon is heavily bullied by KennzyySkie. And by not only KennzyySkie though, by the entirety of Geek Fam. He's not given time and space to play. And now I think they can only bank on him to just keep on farming, get this item straight, and then look for a possible set, which again, always revolves around a hero like Atlas. You gotta play with a big set, with a big engage, but then Geek Fam has Marcel, right? So far, it's looking very, very good for Geek Fam. Look at how they step confidently into the territory, into the zone of Bigatron by Vitality.
Oh, similar approach from Geek Fam in game 1, right? Minute 8, they're controlling. They got the map control. They got the gold lead as well. But remember what happened in game 1. BTR were able to at least find an equalizer for a bit. Now let's see if Geek Fam continues that trend here, or perhaps a more composed approach here in the second game where it's more straightforward. BTR, they're still catching strays, struggling to find connections here.
Yeah, there's not much action as well. Excuse me for that. When you take a look at this, KennzyySkie yanks upon.
Now, of course, through 5 pops. That's going to be Kenzie repositioning for his back. Amon has an eye for a kill there. Finding Kenzie in the right place, and that will be a kill for Amon.
Yep, shut down for Amon as well. That's going to be a bounty loaded up to his pocket. With the golden staff completed too, he's going to go for the last item, the corrosion sight. So at least that's something for Bigatron by Vitality to get, because if they can get the kills, get the shutdown, get the bounties, one to a boy, to Kenzie, to Nazara, to Marcel, anyone, you know, these little kills rack up. Item build by Dunia Games, Queen Swing already for Marcel. He's going to look for that damage reduction plus the survivability when he drops down. And look at that item from a boy. He's going to go Sky Piercer. So hey, it's going to add insult to injury if he is able to station himself in a particular spot where it is very viable for him to play. Holy Crystal completed by KennzyySkie. Second item, by the way. So he is confident. He doesn't need the Feather of Heaven yet.
Not just yet. A lot of power spikes happening here in the Geek Fam's equipment compartment. Now, let's see if that will be translated towards a fight here. Instantly, Fatalings on towards Nazara. That's a 3-man talk. Oh, and the damage. Nazara deleted though. BTR now isolated, taking down Marcel now, zoning on the back. But Finn is going to be falling in the process. Marcel finds one, but now finds a trade. Take a look at Kenzie. He's free hitting alongside a boy. A stack. 2 stacks added here.
Chasing.
Already towards the Zushin now. Amon will have time to recall, but that fight goes to Geeks.
That was actually very good from Finn to isolate the Fredrin and hope that Bigatron by Vitality can burst him down quickly. But that bonk bought some time, added damage, and then the entire Geek Fam team collapsed on Bigatron. And KennzyySkie always looming in the darkness, but that was actually a boy getting 2 stacks with the Sky Piercer. Now we go back for round 2. Kenzie pops his on force. Let's see who wins this one out.
Beloyski scouting, looking for, again, information. Shogun is able to take Beloy down. It's on! It's the one to take down the Lord! Ladies and gentlemen, just like game 1, minute 10, Bigatron by Vitality finds a comeback.
The Red Raider just slithering in the crevices of the river, and he gets that Lord with a blazing duet nonetheless. And now the Lord is in the hands of Bigatron by Vitality. It turns around for Bigatron, and now they want to look for the siege. Still the first Lord, but at least you can get a few structures and the Holy Shields.
The Holy Shield is already triggered in the mid lane, hence the mid turret taken down here easily by the Red Robots. Now, they go for more bottom. The Holy Shield taken and triggered, as Geek Fam will focus on taking down the Lord.
Yep, they have to play it slow. They have to learn from their mistakes. And it's still the first Lord as well, so you can't expect much from it. But Geek Fam now losing so much control. Eman is cutting down Marcel. That Claude is starting to sting. And now Bigatron by Vitality have cruise control, at least so far. But Geek Fam still has the resources. I think that was Beloyski in that Lord fight. He wanted to zone out 2 players, but then he fell down too quickly. Yeah. And then Bigatron could collapse on the tank because they knew that Eman is starting to hit this Claude already in the power spike. Moreno with that Wishing Lantern too will not make things better for Geek Fam. So yeah, they need, again, a saving grace, a massive set possibly from Marcel. I just hope that KennzyySkie can just carry the fight after the cycle ends for Bigatron.
Boy, oh boy, again, boys and girls.
Ice Queen.
We got a game on our hands, and that's, again, just the 2 wands plus the Sky Piercer for a boy. Slowly but surely here, you know, Eman is starting to stink. Trinity already in stack, and he added a Malefic gun as well.
Yeah, so he can hit from far. Uh-oh.
Yeah, boys taken down surely. Eman takes the kill. Take a look at Eman, a great positioning already. Real Worm Population will immobilize Nazara for a bit. Take a look at the damage! The combination of the Fatal Ace and Eman is able to take Nazara down. And now Eman going crazy. A maniac is here, ladies and gentlemen, in game number 2.
Wow, the Red Raider shows up big time and updates the software of the Red Robots. Now it's just Marcel alongside Beloyski guarding the crystal. Can they end it here?
They want to clear the wave. Luckily, the wave is coming, but Beloyski taking a lot of heat to Red and almost to its death. But now it's BTR actually taking advantage of the situation. They have the far lane.
Eman. When you thought he was down under and he was out, he's not. He's always there, haunting the players of Geek Fam. And now he buys a winner crown, adding more layers of safety net, and then potentially also an outplay angle where you can find. And he's the one just treading on this Lord. He's trying to show himself, possibly bait something from Geek Fam. But the waves now are in equal states, I would say. At least for the ones in the top lane, because mid, down bottom, this empowered minion will do heavy lifting for Bigatron by Vitality. And Finn, in the back, just looking for something.
They just want to delete a member, and that's going to be Beloyski. Immortality taken down. Take a look at Marcel on Eman. Now Beloyski buying time. Take a look at Marcel. That's a 1v1. That's again, just a blazing duet. It's a 1v1 under the Lord. And Eman finds it. Kenzie pops the Shaman Force here, looking to provide the damage for his team, but seems like BTR, they are not phased, and that will be 3 members of Geek Fam deleted.
The killing machine again online, and now they want to look for this push. A boy, Nazara, not the best of wave clears. Can they hold this one?
Let's see if Bigatron can equalize here, as it is wide open. Now a boy trying to provide damage, but Nazara is too tanky, finally taken down, and Bigatron, they have a wide open base. And ladies and gentlemen, in game number 2, the Red Robots, they responded. It is 1-1 in the lower bracket finals.
The Red Robots in unison gets game 2 after what was a disastrous early to mid game, but that won a single play from none other Then the Red Raider Maniac as well. Wow, Bigatron by Vitality. They refuse to surrender, and this time around, they refuse to give Game 2 to Geek Fam. We have a series in our hands.
As expected, folks.